What it do, what it do, what it do. This Ricky Rodriguez with Let's Level Up Podcast. Today we have another episode for you, man. Hey, a dope artist from the West Coast, man. West Coast in the house. You know what I'm saying? Look, one thing that we do in this podcast, man, it's not just called Let's Level Up for just it's called Let's Level Up because we bring people here who really leveling up in life, you know what I'm saying? Trying to pursue their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Pursuing their dreams, not trying. Pursuing their dreams, going after it, no matter the obstacles they go through in life. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we bring guests like the person we have here today, Mr. D Bellz. It's an honor having you here, my man. Hey, appreciate you for coming through, man. Hey, for the people that, you're going to have some fans of yours already, and for the new people that could tune into your content and stuff and your music, where can they find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So TikTok and YouTube is D Bellz. That's DBELLZ 2100 2100. On Instagram, it's Scuba Squad Bellz. That's SCUBASQUADBELLZ. And on every streaming platform under D Bellz, D space BELLZ.
That's what's up. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. He got some dope music, and we're gonna get into the music stuff later in the conversation. Right now, we're gonna get into who's behind the artist.
Yeah.
All right. So I know D Bellz, some things we might not say here is because he's got other podcast episodes, elsewhere. And if you want to look for that info, you're more than welcome. Press D Bellz and all the, stuff he's done before, right? It's gonna come up. Like D Bellz is short for your first and last name, right?
Correct. Yeah. D Bellz is short for Devon Bellamy, so I just pretty much abbreviated it. Went with the first initial and Bellz, cut it down from Bellamy to Bellz. It was actually a name given to me. Okay. So I just ran with it.
It's dope. And you're originally from Oakland, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
All right. And how long have you been here in Georgia?
I've been in Georgia since 2019. I was down in Albany, Georgia, and South Georgia first. Okay. Then I came to the A in 2021.
And how was the country change for you, man?
Man, it was a culture shock.
Yeah.
Where I'm from in Oakland, and the Bay Area is very diverse. So you see any kind of race, Latinos, Hispanic, Black, white, Mexican, Asian. You see everything, right? Yeah. But then when I went to Albany, it's like 95% Black. So you just see Black everything, which we have a lot of Black people too, but not in that capacity. So when you come to Albany and then you come to Atlanta, you still get the Black experience, but you also get the Black excellence. Like you see so many Black millionaires, so many Black-owned businesses and establishments, and back home, we don't necessarily have that. So it was like just a culture shock. Not that I wasn't used to seeing my people, but not so many successful people that look like me.
Yeah, even the way we talk, even the way we dress, everything different. Huh?
Everything's different. Everything's different.
The food, how the food from here over there, what you compare, what you like best.
So the food where I'm from is like we have everything. Yeah. We got
different cultures.
Asian food, we got African food, we got Mexican food, which is one of my favorites. So as far as the Mexican food on the West Coast, I believe is way better. In like states like California, Arizona, we got just authentic Mexican food. I don't think that's one thing I would say like Atlanta is not touching as far as the Mexican food.
Oh, okay. You don't think it's touching, man?
Nah,
there's some spot. Go to Gwinnett, man.
Yeah,
go to Gwinnett.
Close. I think the only people that got as good as Mexican food as we do is maybe Arizona, maybe Texas.
Okay.
But when there's so many, it's a culture there.
Yeah.
Like we strong out there with the Black and brown pride. So we always are intermingling. So I think that the food and the recipes are coming authentically from the motherlands. Yeah. And so we get that authentic Mexican food.
I feel you, man. And the soul food over here, you don't like it?
I like it.
Yeah, and before we continue, shout out to your sister, man. Shout her out. She's behind the scenes, man. What's her name?
Checking in with my sister Bella. Bella's Star. You can also find her on Instagram or TikTok. That's my sis with She in Music as well. She's an artist. and she doing her thing too.
Shout out to her, man. She'll be on the platform soon.
Most definitely.
Stay tuned. Definitely. Hey, man, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? If you want, some people like to give a rough estimate, 25 to 30. It's whatever. You could say a rough estimate.
No, I don't mind at all. I'm youthful. But I'm 31. I think that.
See, you young, man. He's 31. I'm 32. I'm the oldest here, so it's all good.
Definitely, you only old if you feel that way.
Goddamn, Jay almost 50, so it's all good.
You only old if you feel that way.
Give it up for Jay, man, behind the scenes too.
Most definitely. So yeah.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So you still young, man. You still doing your thing. And how was your like childhood growing up over there in Oakland, man? Because I've never gone to the West Coast personally. Yeah. I've like the furthest west I've gone, I think, is Vegas. That's it. But I've never gone to Cali. I want to go to Cali. A lot of people be like, man, Cali like Mexico, so I just decided to go to Mexico then.
Nah, you gotta come to the Bay. A lot of people, especially on the in the South and on this side of the country, just think that California is just LA. But a lot of people forget about that hidden gem, Oakland specifically, but the Bay Area as a whole, everybody forget about that hidden gem in NorCal. We got the culture, we got the food, we got the women. Everything really comes from Oakland, in my opinion. We would call it the West Coast Harlem. It's a lot of things that we originated, a lot of culture that we invented that comes from there that everybody pulled from. And for it not to be the biggest city, it's got so much culture, so much game, so much authentic elements about it, and it's a real blessing to be from there. We got to get you out there so you can see Cali.
We'll go out there soon. And how was your childhood there?
Man, it was amazing. Like, every inner city got its struggles, whether it's drugs, drug use, or robberies, or people dying. But when I was growing up, it was very family oriented. So we knew who our neighbors was. We communicated with them. We walked everywhere, rode bikes everywhere. Everybody was outside playing sports of some sort. Basketball, football, baseball, all three. So it was very fun, and it was very being like neighborhood involved. Nobody was really in the house. Like, we had our share of video games, but everybody was outside, and everybody felt like had a sibling. So it was just a group full of families on every block. And that's like, you go down the street, it's family here, it's a family there, it's family there. So everybody just learned how to grow together and really was outside just doing what kids do.
Tight-knit community.
Yeah, most definitely. Very tight-knit.
That's dope. It reminds me of Mexico. You could be in Mexico in my little village. Everybody got the door open. They mamas let us in their door, go inside, get something to eat. We go in their fridge like it's ours, and vice versa.
Man, it was many times our neighbors, fed us, and we fed them. My mom was always cooking because we have a big family. So, if she seen that a neighbor didn't have something to eat or they was hungry, she would always feed them. So that was like natural. Now you don't even know who your neighbor is. People are afraid to talk to their neighbors, and you got your neighbors calling the police on you or saying it's a noise complaint. But when I was growing up, especially where I'm from, there's a lot of pride in the city. So we was taught to look out for one another.
Yeah, and you don't think social media was a big change for that?
Oh yeah, I think social media, it really influenced the world in a negative way. I mean, it's a lot of positive things that comes from it, but I think that
easier to manipulate.
It's easier to manipulate. I think that's why we have a lot of more mental health cases, because a lot of people just wake up and first thing they do is get on social media to compare themselves. So they live in trying to compete and compare with somebody who don't even know. You looking at somebody highlights. You're not looking at their real life. You're not looking at what a person do day to day. You don't even know if that person is homeless or have an apartment, a house, anything. If they work a 9 to 5, they're only showing you that they're going on vacations, they're buying this, they're buying that. You don't even know if it's theirs or if someone bought them for them. So when you're comparing yourself and competing with somebody you see on social media, there's no way you can have a healthy lifestyle, because it's influencing us that we should supposed to look this way, sound this way, where it is, and have X amount of dollars in our bank account by a certain age. It's creating all these rules that when me and you were growing up, we didn't even have, even if we're from two different cultures. Those rules wasn't created when we were allowed to just be kids and grow up and be teenagers. Now you got teenagers who feel like they got to move out at 15, 16, have a car, have savings, which is all good things. You are supposed to strive to be better as we evolve, but to have it as like, this is what I need, a necessity.
Yeah, even younger girls trying to get surgeries
Most
just
definitely.
because, big lips. With,
you see it all the time. They
crazy,
15, 16, 17 talking about they need lipo. Like, you haven't even grown into your adult body yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy out here, man. And you don't miss Cali, man. Like
I miss it all the time.
do you go often?
I just went back for a couple times last year. I do miss it a lot because my family's there, and I'm nothing without my family. So at times I feel incomplete because my family is all in California for the most part. I got my sister with me now, but for the most part, majority of my family is back home. So I do miss it because, like I said, I take it very serious, and I take a lot of pride in where I'm from, and there ain't nowhere like where I'm from in this whole country. So I do miss being there. However, sometimes you can find that you outgrow a place when you're there for your whole life. And I'm not even saying I outgrew it, but I do think that, what I feel like I'm missing, I can bring it to me.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And what jobs did you have growing up, man, over there, over here? Or, I mean, you grew up over there. So over there, what jobs or how old were you? I don't know if your parents was there in the picture to take care of you, if you had to hustle,
Yeah, so, man, I started hustling at a young age. In 3rd grade, I used to take, like, top ramen from my house and sell it for $2 a pack. So if you knew then that, you can get a case of top ramen for a couple dollars. So I'm taking top ramen and selling them individually. That's kind of where the entrepreneurship started first, because I was like, man, I know what environment I am. I recognized how I was living, that we didn't have the most money, or we didn't have necessarily the means to get the things I needed. So I was like, okay, let me try to take it into my own hands. So that started me off young by being able to establish a go-getter mindset where I'm like, I'm not going to wait around. I'm not going to sit around and think that somebody's going to come save us.
Yeah.
It's because a lot of times we feel like somebody's going to come save us, and it's going to be a cloud opening, and a bag full of money is going to drop, or we're going to meet the right person. They're going to fix all our problems. And a lot of times you can meet the right people that can assist you, but you already got to have some momentum to assist in yourself. You can't just lay there and be a victim to life, because life is hard. So you got to take your own life into your own hands and do the best you can. And when somebody see you trying, it's like the thing they say, if people see you pushing a car, they'll get out and help you push the car. But if you sit in the car, nobody will never know you need help pushing that car.
That's right, man. Not depend on the government, on nothing. Go get it.
Go get it. So that started in 3rd grade. My first official job was in 7th grade. So like I said, growing up, it was very community based, and we had a lot of ways to try to help, teenagers and everything, try to establish a job work history. So I started working for the Oakland Unified Parks and Rec. So I worked for Oakland Parks and Recs in 7th grade at a rec center, and during summertime through a program called YAP. Anybody from Oakland know what YAP is. If you in the Bay Area, you've heard or had a job through YAP. So that was my first official job at 7th grade. And ever since 7th grade, I've been working.
You've been working ever since, man.
Ever since.
What was the worst job?
Man, the worst job, you know what the worst job? It probably was Walmart.
It
probably was Walmart because I worked overnight, and
when they used to be 24 hours.
Yeah.
Well, it still is for the people who are still doing their thing.
So the thing about it is when neighborhood markets were coming to the West Coast, like NorCal.
Yeah.
I was part of the first people to help open up the neighborhood markets in Sacramento, which is in NorCal, the capital of California. I was part of that. So we were there 24/7, and it was nobody in the store, and we had to stock the whole store. So I was working overnight as a stocker. Then I had school. Then I had football practice. So I was trying to do all those things, and we were the first crew in that store. So, whoever is the first, you're going to get took to the ringer because they're going to put this obstacle in front of you. They're going to be super tough and have so many rules. Once a store is open longer, then they get kind of lenient. But when you're the first group of people to come through that store and they expecting such a high output, they're going to be on you. So I think that was the worst job because I was working overnight. I'm 18. I got, like I said, school, full-time student, and I got practice. So I'm like, I got to wake up, go right to school, go to work, wake up, go right back to school.
So that's how you was doing it. Now that's what's up, man. You had it in you, man. You've been working. So I seen you play sports, man.
Yeah.
You tore your ACL 2 times, man. Was it from that?
The first time was, both of them was from sports, but the first time I was competing collegiately and I tore my ACL right before the season started. So, that
ended that career.
I came back after that actually and was trying again. But, I think that had a part of it because when I came back and was trying again, the coach wasn't allowing me to really heal the way I needed to heal, and he was kind of trying to press me, even though before the season started, he told me, like, I know you're healing. It's okay. I just need you to watch the film. I just need you to be here, be present, and do what you can. And when you're ready, I'll allow you to come back. But that switched. And so I do think that ACL injury did play a part, because it was, a lot of people don't even know what an ACL is.
Yeah.
So when you tear it, it's a long process. It's supposed to be 9 to 12 months, and that's 9 to 12 calendar months. So it took me a full calendar year to really regain my strength and feel confident in doing certain moves and being who I was.
Yeah, and how was that moment, man? Because I know you'll fall into depression. You'll fall, you'll lose that patience, because there's a lot you want to do but can't get to it because of that. How did you survive that stage?
Man, I'm glad that you even know that, and that you touched on that, because a lot of people don't understand that when you go through certain injuries, you can slip into depression. Not even just the athlete, but just a regular person. When you get things taken from you, like being able to walk up the stairs, get into the shower by your own, it can be very traumatic, and it can make you slip into a depression, because you're so used, like a person like me, so used to being independent. I never had anybody really just help me. So now I can't walk. I can't, get into the shower. My mom is helping me. So now my mom got to, kind of see me undress. And that's even embarrassing. Like, I'm a grown man.
Yeah.
I'm 20, 21, 22. I'm like, well, I don't want my mom to see me. At the same time, I had a blood clot from the surgery in my leg. So it made it even harder to walk. And then I was going through a breakup all at the same time. Yes. So I was injured, and I'm going through a breakup at the same time. So, while I feel like I never did slip into a depression, I can say that I was close, because there's a lot to deal with, especially when you're young and you feel like you don't have any help and you really relying on yourself. At that time, I thought that I was going to be the person to save my family by making it to the NFL. So when you see those dreams slip away, that can also cause some kind of sense of depression too, because like, now I'm hurt. I got to get back. I got to start all the way back from ground zero and build my body to the way it was.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, and it's a crazy thing about life, man. Sometimes we don't know what we have till we lose it.
Facts.
Unfortunately, Facts. That's how it is. That's how it is. Like, I tell so many folks, and I said this in previous podcasts too, like, even just having hot water at the crib is a blessing.
Yeah, I watched that episode.
Yeah.
It was like when you travel and you go to different places like Colombia or Mexico, we take a lot of things for granted over here, like having hot water or having quality food, because a lot of places in different countries are food deserts, so they don't.
It's hard taking Jay out there, man, because Jay's so used to all this luxury. You know what I'm saying? Used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, hey, how you flush this toilet, man? Hey, grab a bucket of water, fill it up, and then you pour it over here, and that's how it flushes, man.
Yeah,
so it's all that stuff.
So
like, even over there, like, you got to heat up the water, stuff like that, man.
We take it for granted, and you're right, because like you said, even certain things like having a mattress. Yeah. A lot of people still don't have mattresses in the world, and if they do, it could be dirty, it can be full of holes. It's not a comfortable mattress. Yeah. So hot water and things that are luxuries that we get to do every day, we do take them for granted. And you don't see that until you lose it, like walking. Yeah. That's the biggest luxury we can have, because there's so many people who want to walk, so many people that want to walk naturally without a limp or a cane or a crutch. So when that's taken away, you see how precious it is.
Yo, we get so caught up in what's going on social media. Who got the Louis this, the Gucci that, who driving this car, that car, when really you blessed if you got health, man. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's best for you, man? Someone who was born with the gift in general of anything you're doing, or someone who has to work, for what they want, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone who was born with a gift, or someone who has to work for that gift that person was born with. It could be a gift or a curse on both ends, I believe. But what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, I think I agree with you, because, I think it is better, to be born with something, because then that's God's blessing to you. And I think that everybody should use their gift in order to inspire the world. So I do think that's a beautiful thing when you're born with a supernatural gift, because a lot of people are not born with a certain gift. Everybody has a gift, but I believe that God touched a few people to really be extraordinary humans. So to answer your question, I think that it's better to work for it, because sometimes when you're born with everything at your fingertips, you take it for granted. Like we were just talking about, you take it for granted, and you tend not to work so hard because it comes easy to you. We see a lot of athletes that's born super athletic, super fast, can jump, can run, and you see that they never really start to excel or really tighten up their game because they've been athletic their whole life. So I think that, like, you see Kobe Bryant, who necessarily,
and that's who I was gonna say, Kobe, because he had to work hard.
He necessarily couldn't jump like Michael. He didn't have big hands like Michael. He couldn't stay in the air as long as Michael. So he knew that, okay, while I might not be the fastest, I might not be able to jump the highest, I'm gonna work the hardest, so that way I can have a chance at being the greatest, not a great, but the greatest. And I think that a lot of times that's the best gift, because it's hard to teach work ethic. It's hard. A lot of people try, but it's hard to be able to wake up and be hungry every day, especially when you reach success. It's hard when that bank account, you see all them zeros in it. It's like, why do I need to get up and start to run at 5 o'clock? That's why I salute people like Floyd Mayweather and Kobe Bryant, because they were still great once they already reached success at a young age.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope. So make sure, don't get comfortable, man.
Most definitely.
Don't get comfortable. And I love what you're doing with your fitness movement, man.
Yeah.
I love what you're doing. I seen some of it. I ain't to go and press follow, though. I'm slacking, dog. Yeah, but can you tell me a little bit of something? That came from tearing your ACL the second time, I believe, right?
Yeah, most definitely. So I just, I always been into fitness. It got started by really my stepdad. We had a weight bench in the back, and that was one of the things I could say, like, we did bond over. We didn't have the best relationship, but I could say that's one of the things that we did bond over, and it just always just motivated me to want to look good and want to feel good. And it's a constant grind, because with fitness is sometimes you can work out for 2, 3, 4 years and not feel like you're not at the place you want to be. So the fitness page really started because I tore my ACL the second time. The first time, I'm like, I was going through enough things to where I didn't even never think about journaling and documenting what I was going through. So the second time I was like, okay, I'm a journal it and document it and show how to recover and get back to being 100%, because I know it's other people that's going through it. I know other people are going through the doubts in their head, especially athletes and regular people. Yeah. If I'm going to ever be able to walk again, if I'm ever be the same person I was. So I just wanted to be able to touch people and reach out to people and inspire people that with this, I can show you certain movements and certain things that can help you be who you were, and not just who you were, but even better. So that's why I started it, because since I started, I have gotten a lot of messages to where people might DM me and ask me, where am I training at? Or can you, answer this question? Any tips about how long it's going to recover? What's the most important thing after I have the surgery? What should I do? Hey man, can you send me some exercises that can help me? I got season coming up, so can you help me be able to get back? Or like I said, even who's treating you? Can I come to that physical therapist you're at? Yeah. I got a lot of those DMs, and I'm happy to be able to share that game and give it back to people, because when I was going through it, I felt like I was going through it alone. I couldn't talk to nobody about it.
You wasn't secure to talk to somebody, probably. Yeah, and there's a lot of people out there, man, too, that'll message me, for a little. They'll be like, how you maintain yourself motivated? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's something simple for me. It's like I was born that superpower, just to, even when I'm on my low, or even when there's a negative situation going in my life, I always look at the positivity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, of the situation. I'm like, man, Rick, you got this situation, homie. This person over here fighting cancer. You know what I'm saying, or et cetera and stuff, and you complain about petty stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I got that superpower, and I believe you can influence a lot of people in that fitness journey too. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. It's just, for me, it's easy to wake up and feel motivated.
It is,
and it's also, because we human, we all got our bad days, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's easy to snap out of it. All I have to say is something quick to my head, like, hey, Rick, get up. You better than this, homie. And that's it. And I snap out of it, because I see a lot of people tend to go to the weed, tend to go to the drink, tend to go to whatever, even to women or vice versa, the men, whatever it is. And they tend to look for happiness elsewhere, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I believe you can control this, you control whatever.
That's powerful, man. I'm happy that you said that, because it is powerful. If you wake up and, just you wake up with a positive mindset and just tell yourself, like, I'm better than this. I could beat this. Yeah. Sometimes we need those pep talks, especially in the morning. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And that's what I have in my I bought me a new calendar, because I need to be a little bit more organized. Yeah. So I got a calendar on my phone, calendar on the wall, calendar, my notebook, and I put in all the calendars. You got this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got this. I put that. That's what I wake up. And I, you know, and I hustle and we go for it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a good day, the best day, a bad day, whatever it is, storm or sunny day, we got to go get it.
I know that's, yeah,
You know
I
what
feel
I'm saying?
that.
Because it could be, because like you said, you in that hospital bed, you're going to regret what you didn't do.
Most
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So, yeah, now let's get to the good stuff, man. How long have you been in the music?
So I've been doing music for 6 years.
Yeah.
I've been doing music for 6 years.
How's that journey been?
Man, it's really been a up and down journey because, you know, you can love something and you can really be passionate about it, but it's so much you got to do within the music. And it's, you know, you can read books, but it's also good to have somebody that has done it so you can know, kind of have a guide of what you can do. Because, you know, when I first started, I thought it was just putting out songs.
Like every artist,
like
just on
every
YouTube,
yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
And hope for somebody to sign you.
Yeah, because I'm feeling like, you know, I know I'm better than this person. I know I'm better than this person. Okay, this person is a rapper and in my section, coming from my region, I know I'm better than them. But it's not about that, you know. And you can spend a lot of time just feeling unappreciated and feel like, you know, why am I not getting recognized when you know you dropping some heat? And I felt like, you know, I've been good. Yeah, I've gotten better. But when I came out the gate, I feel like my first song was better than 85% of people's first song. But I had to realize that it's not about how good you is. It's not about how good you are in this business. You know, it's not sports. And even sports is a business because the best man don't always play in sports. You know, you hear that saying growing up, the best man will play. That's not the truth because there's a lot of great players that didn't make the league. That's better than your favorite player.
The most consistent, the most hardworking, who gonna make it. And shout out to the homie, to the Moon Peter out here too in the background. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. We were just talking about that. Like, it's not necessary. You could be the best, because I hear a lot of great talent, man, and they not up there.
Yeah.
And I see talent that's up in the industry. I'm like, how did you get there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Because a lot of people don't know it's about marketing. And when I was starting out, you know, I'm just now really understanding the marketing thing. And it's not about, okay, I'm going to get in here, I'm getting there. Content is king, especially now. Within the last, I would say, 3 to 4 years, content is king.
Content, the way you dress, everything matters, man.
Yeah,
Everything.
I seen you said that on the episode that I was watching, and it's the truth. How you put yourself out there, what you look like, the illusion, you're selling yourself. So the marketing is everything. It's not who's the best and how good you can rap, and how good you can make a song. That helps too. But there's so many people that's not as talented as the people who can rap and make songs. That's the people that's owned, the people that we always see. It's not because they the best, it's because they have a great marketing budget and a great marketing strategy.
Yeah, and that's one thing I have a hard time with, man. Faking it till I make it. I have a hard time with that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, a lot of greats have done that, like Birdman, Weezy. You done heard them that they used to buy these fake watches to look like they fake chains. I can't do that. I just feel like I feel like that ain't me. Like I don't know, bro. Like I just can't do it.
It's funny you said that because I tell my sister all the time I would be doing the disservice not only to myself but to my pops to be anything fake. I can't do the fake jewelry, fake clothes. It's just not in me because I was born to be real. So if I feel like if I was to try to go fake it to make it, I'm doing the disservice not to just me but to my pops' legacy because everything he stood on and did, he was authentic and 100%.
Yeah, and speaking about all that, I always ask this question to artists because I love to see the response, because a lot of people think, you know, we may make these things look easy, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we make it look easy. But have you ever thought of quitting the music? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be like, nah, he got it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand we human too.
Yeah.
You know
I have thought about quitting. It was more so because, you know, two things really made me quit. The first thing that almost made me quit, it was that I was listening to the music around me, and I was like, man, this is just, it's not the best representation of what I want people to know when they thinking about NorCal music or the Bay Area music. I'm like, you know, it's a whole lot of trash out there, and I'm like, you know, shit, I don't want to rap no more because I don't want people to think this is just what we got to offer. Mm-hmm. And then the second time I almost quit is when my dad was taken from me. So that made me almost want to quit because I felt like the person, one of the main persons I was doing it for, is no longer here in a physical form. So I felt like that nothing even mattered anymore. And I was looking at it in a negative light because it is a tragic thing to lose anybody you love. But I did have to reflect and know that, instead of wanting to quit, I got to go harder because this is what he want from me. Because he was proud of me, and he told me he was proud of me, and he was a fan of my music, and it's hard to please him. So when he told me, you know, he was a fan, you know, son, I really believe in you. You can do it. I'm not just telling you this because you're my son. I had to switch the negative thoughts I had behind it and know that everything I'm doing is not just for me, but it's for him.
Yeah, no, that's dope. That's dope, man. I used to do music. You probably heard that. You know, I used to do music, but same thing. Like, well, first, I left it because I had my son. I was like, all right, I'm too old to be jumping up on the stage.
And
you
said that you can do
the mumbling,
yeah,
all that. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm a storyteller.
Yeah.
I'm like, I consider myself like a Pac, like, you know, like Jeezy, like they style of raps. Like I'm a storyteller, and I couldn't keep up with the babies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With all of them,
I feel you.
I couldn't do it, and I was like, man, that's the flow that, especially in the South, man. Like it was more probable. I was like, I had gotten to a point where I'm a Hispanic artist. It's hard to be accepted out here in the South.
Yeah.
Being a Hispanic artist, really, you only got Fat Joe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, to put on. Cap G, he big like in the city, but if he moves to the West Coast, you know, you got a whole lot of Hispanic artists on the West Coast,
especially
from Texas and on. They support
in Cali.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
From Texas and on that way to the West, they popping.
Right.
It's just like Snow the Product.
Yeah.
I think she doper than Nicki and all of them. You know what I'm saying? She just Mexican.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is in the South, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to knock down them doors. But like I said, and now that's why she's changing lanes. She's like, all right, I'm not being accepted in this market. Now she doing Spanish music, like the reggaeton. She's switching it up to that market over there because she knows she'll be accepted in that market. And she's hard. I don't know if you heard of her. Snow the Product. If you haven't, go check her out. Bro.
And
she from Cali. I think she's from Texas or Cali, one of the two.
I think Texas. But I also think that you're right as far as like, you know, it's hard to be yourself when just in general when the market is saturated. Like I'm from Cali, so being in the South, you know, you go through any comments on Say Cheese Academics, anytime a Cali artist is posted, everybody think Cali music is trash. So I can definitely identify with that because when you come with your own style and you come different than what everybody's used to hearing, it makes it hard for them to accept a different sound when you're not in that demographic that you're from. But I also feel like, you know, good music will be accepted. You just got to come with good music because some people's going to say, you know, I usually don't like it, but I like this song if it's a good song. That's
what's up. And I've done this debate before. I've done it before. Nicki or Snow the Product, drop it down on the comments. You could trash me if you want. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Let's just throw it in there, man. All right. And how do you see the music in Cali? You know, Kendrick got this big movement going on. He's like #1 right now. So how you think that pumped it up a little bit more for him?
Yeah, man. I think that Kendrick brought a revelation to the West Coast, a resurgent to the West Coast that we needed. You know, I feel like Cali music is always slept on because we got a lot of great artists in Cali and we don't get the recognition we deserve, in my opinion. But I think that with Kendrick doing what he's doing, is you can't ignore it anymore. You could say you don't like it, but Not Like Us just won 4 to 5 Grammys. So you don't have to be a fan of Cali music. The results speak for itself. And I appreciate Kendrick because whether I ever meet him, do a song with him, he brought a spotlight back to Cali that we needed.
And he coming to the South, and to the Super Bowl. That's crazy,
right?
big.
They got a Cali artist in New Orleans performing.
Didn't put Lil Wayne.
They didn't put Lil Wayne. They went to go get a Cali artist.
Crazy.
So I love it because it brought that spotlight back to where we need. And him being able to put different artists on this album is a phenomenal look because he didn't have to do it because he was already big by itself. Not Like Us. He didn't have to put nothing out after Not Like Us because it was riding on such a high wave, but he still went to go do a project, a fire album at that, and put unknown artists to different coasts on that to share the spotlight with them. So I don't have nothing but good things to say because we needed that because we get so much hate in different regions. Like I tell people back home, a lot of people never leave home and leave California, but I've been to the South in Albany. I've been to Atlanta. I've been to Houston. I've been to Dallas. And I know how it's not always accepted, our sound. Yeah. So to see somebody being accepted worldwide, because anybody who say it's not accepted, they don't want to accept it because it's no denying what the impact that Kendrick has on the whole music industry. Like Drake or not like Drake. Yeah. Drake is one of the biggest artists, if not the biggest artist ever.
Him, Bad Bunny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about rapper.
Yeah, rapper.
He's top 2, top 3 rapper and probably top 3, top 5 artists ever. It's only been so many people bigger than him are just as big as him. Whether that's The Weeknd, Michael Jackson,
Snoop Dogg,
Bad Bunny. Nah, Drake is bigger than
Drake
is bigger than Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg is just super famous everywhere. Because I could go to
Yeah,
a hood
for
in
sure.
Colombia and see a statue of Snoop Dogg. And
Snoop Dogg
you know what I'm
might
saying?
be more famous than Drake, but Drake is the biggest. I'm not talking about people's opinions because you don't have to like him, but what he has done from a number standpoint is undeniable. You can't argue it. Because my favorite rapper of all time is Tupac.
Yeah, me too. That's
I think he's the
and
most,
my son was born on his birthday,
I
so
think
I was
he's the
glad
most
with that. You know,
impactful artist of all time.
Yeah.
Artist of all time, not rapper. Because Tupac been dead for 30 years.
Yeah,
and everybody still want to look like him, sound like him. You know, he still has huge Spotify numbers. Yeah. And I think he's the most impactful artist of all time. But it's no denying what Drake did, and Kendrick came and put a stop to that. So how can you deny what Kendrick is doing and what the West Coast is doing right now?
Yeah, congrats to the West Coast on that win. Hey, that's a clap. That deserves a clap. You know what I'm saying? So how would you describe your music? Man, what is it? Is it trap? Is it more of the struggle music, or more of the R&B melodic music? How you describe it?
Man, and I think the great thing about me is just when you see people that inspire you come before you, you're able to pull from each artist individually and be able to add it to you. And I feel like I'm a combination of my favorite artists, whether that be Drake, J. Cole, Mozzie. I feel that I got a lot to offer because I'm not just stuck on one sound. If you go, you can hear a project called February 14th, which is on all streaming platforms, where I'm not talking about nobody dying. I'm talking about love, breakups, relationships, and I'm talking making good songs without even talking about this person died, I'm going to spin here, I'm going to do this to that and that. I'm just talking about real life music on the whole project. Then you can see the transition from February 14th to my latest project, Edge of Darkness, and now you hear the anger, you hear the aggression, you hear the pain. But I've really focused on telling my life, telling a story. I don't want to just get on the track and just rap. Yeah. I want you to be able to convey.
Paint a picture.
I want you to be able to understand the message that I'm trying to paint, that I'm trying to convey to you. So I feel like I'm a artist, and I haven't even reached my peak yet, not even close. So I feel like I can make melodic songs because I got a song called Lost My Friend off Edge of Darkness, which is a more lighthearted song. Then I got a song where I feel like I'm smooth and I'm able to have good wordplay with any time. And then I got a song like Set to Play or Save Some Space, which is a very dark song that's bass driven, but you can still get the lyrics. I feel like anything I put my lyrics on is going to give you a message, and it's going to have lyrics, and the beat is going to be good. So that's what kind of artist I am. I focus on the beat, I focus on the lyrics, and I focus on the story because, like I said, Tupac is my favorite, and he did all those. Yeah. And I'm not comparing myself to Tupac, but like I said, you're able to see the people that come before you and be able to pull from them. So if I can be a fourth as good as Tupac, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that's why I like Boosie too, because he remind me too of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? But have you ever tried to get out of your comfort zone and do something with a Spanish artist? Like go to that reggaeton, to that type of section, that's going on now?
Man, I did have what's funny? I had a song with a Spanish artist, and he once I did my verse, he never put the song out.
He did.
He never put the song out, and it was about 2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
He reached out to me on Instagram. He sent me the song. I'm like, oh, okay, I could do something with this. Went to the studio, knocked it out. Yeah. He never put the song out, so I'm ready to collab with anybody where we can do a good body of work. It don't matter if you black, white, Asian,
something to reach new markets and stuff.
Let's do a song that's good. I don't want to be on a song that's trash because I hold myself to a high standard. So I don't even feel comfortable getting on a song that's bad. But if you got good music, you don't even have to be speaking English. If the beat is good enough to where I know I can get in there and give you a quick 16, I'm with it, because I feel like the best thing Drake ever did was go to different markets where he's able to just make his artistry better and bigger, because he's touching in all these different parts of the world. He's not just focused on, oh, I'm just going to focus on America. He's in everywhere. You can go everywhere and hear Drake song, just like you said, Bad Bunny or The Weeknd. And so I'm open to any of that. If anybody want to do a song with me from a different culture, from a different area, they can find me on Instagram at Scuba Squad Bellz, and I'm ready to collab. Just send it through, and I'll have it back to you.
All right, y'all make sure. Tune in, man. Tune in. He dope with the music, so y'all better tune in before it's too late.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
And crazy story, man. You could tell me that you lived in the music. I don't know if you done some performances, something crazy went down in the studio. A crazy moment you remember.
Man, a crazy moment. So I went to Albany State which is a HBCU in Albany.
Yeah.
I know it's Black History Month, so we got to give it up for the HBCUs.
Give it up, give it up, give it up.
Most definitely. You know, it's one of those HBCUs that's not given a lot of light, but it's a lot of great people down in Albany that go to that school, and they take that school very serious. There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of just Black excellence down there in Albany. So I definitely wanted to shout them out. So my crazy story going there, I can tell you. So we had a thing kind of like American Idol where you had to audition.
Yeah.
And so they let people auditions, and then people came and said, okay, I'm going to put them on my team. It was about 3 or 4 teams. So I got put on one team. I felt like we had a good team, and everybody was performing individually, but we still was on the team. So if you had the most wins on your team, you win as a whole.
Yeah.
So I went out, you know, I auditioned. I did good.
Yeah.
Somebody picked me. Was like, okay, you're on my team. I know you're going to do great. But when I went out to the actual performance, and this was in the gym.
Yeah.
This was in a big-ass gym. I don't even know how many people was there. Probably 500, 500,000, 1,500, something like that.
Yeah.
Easily, because we in a gymnasium where they play the basketball games at.
Yeah.
So I go in and go up, and then they put you on the stage.
Yeah.
And they got judges right there in front. So I go on the stage, and the mic is messing up.
Yeah.
So I stopped the whole performance and asked them to start over.
Yeah.
I probably should have kept rapping.
Yeah.
But the team captain was telling me, I kept hearing her saying that, yeah, the mic is messing up. The mic is messing up. I can't believe they gave us that mic. Yeah. So instead of making a change, she was like, it's your turn. I'm like, I thought you just said the mic was messing up.
Yeah.
And you had, before me, it was like a quartet of singers.
Yeah.
So they were singing. I'm like, okay, but I'm a rapper and it's just me. I don't got a background dancer. So I need the audio to be good. So I went up there. The mic cut out. So I stopped the whole performance and asked the DJ to start over.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't win. But I was frustrated for like a week because I'm like,
that situation.
oh, I'm about to bring the Cali music out here. And if anybody ever been to Albany not like Atlanta.
It's not.
So it's the South.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay,
I lived in Mississippi and Alabama.
Okay.
Yeah, I lived Louisiana, so I lived in those areas.
Yeah,
so I'm
Albany,
from South.
Albany, not too far from that.
Yeah,
it's like it's different. So when I'm performing, I'm auditioning. I had a few performances there already before I had that big performance, and people heard me and was like, "Man, I like your song. I like your song." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, they fucking with the Cali sound."
Yeah.
So when I got on there, I just knew I was gonna win. Yeah. And when the mic malfunctioned, it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
I stopped, told him to do it, finished the song, and I just walked off. I gave her back the mic and just walked out the gym. I didn't even stay.
You was upset.
I didn't even stay. I don't even know who won to this day. I just gave her the mic, walked out the gym.
You was upset
and left.
man, it happens like that, man. Man, well, what are your 5 top artists of all times, man? Of all time, current, from back then, whatever, top 5.
Well, you said all time, so we can't do all current.
Yeah, I mean, right now, back then,
we gotta do current and all time.
Yeah.
All time, you gotta go Pac first.
Yeah,
you gotta go Pac. You gotta go Nas. You gotta go Jay-Z. You have to go, man.
And it's crazy you say them because shit, you from the east side and you from the west. So now it's cool that you show love, you know, because most of the east coast don't really, mess with the west coast. You know what I'm saying? That much they don't really. And you just name like 3 from this side because Pac, he repped the west. You know what I'm saying? But he was from out here in New York.
Yeah, but he ours.
Yeah, but he the west coast.
If you hear him in this interview, say if I'm gonna claim anything, I'm gonna claim Oakland because Oakland is who gave me the game. Yeah. So I say Pac, Nas, Jay-Z, Biggie, and my 5th, I'll go Wayne of all time. Yeah. Now, currently, it changes for me. My favorite artist, I don't know if people consider Rod Wave an artist, but
he dope.
Keep seeing him a rapper, but I would go Rod Wave, Drake, my favorite, J. Cole, Mozzie, and Kendrick. I would say it's the best.
That's a dope list. Dope list.
Yeah.
Dope list. And out of those two that you named 5 and then the other 5, who would you collab from one list and who would you collab from the other list?
Oh,
if
man,
you had the
easy.
opportunity.
Come on now.
If you had the opportunity.
Who not gonna collab with Pac?
All right. Pac on that end.
I know I don't got what Pac got.
Yeah.
I'm still getting on the track. I just want to hear it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show me. And I know Pac is great.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm gonna get on the track. I'm gonna give it everything I got. I'm not saying I can't touch Tupac because he the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
But I would love to collab with Tupac because I feel like Tupac is able to make any kind of song. He's made any song, and he don't get enough credit.
Yeah.
He got a Dear Mama. He has a Hair Mary.
At a young age,
He
24, 25 years old.
I Get Around. He has a everything, Hearts of Men, and people don't give him enough credit. You know, I hate that people talk about Tupac because he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah.
But like you said, Tupac was 25 years old.
Around there, 24 to 26, around that time
no
frame.
older than 26.
Yeah.
And he did all this body of work.
Movies, everything.
Before he even peaked.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
It's crazy.
People don't know that you can't peak at 26.
Yeah.
It's impossible in anything because you just don't know enough. You don't have enough experience. So I would love to see what Tupac would have been at 30. Yeah. So I would do Tupac, and then currently I got to go Mozzie because not is he the biggest, but our sounds are so compatible. I've already written songs for me and him where I do the chorus and I lay out the chorus, I pick the beat, and I'm like, we can do a whole project within a night because it's so similar to styles. Yeah. So it would be the easiest because I know what he gonna say. I know the subject matter we could talk about. He from NorCal, I'm from NorCal, so we're very relatable. He from Sacramento, and I spent a lot of time in Sacramento. I spent 10 years in Sacramento, so I'm very familiar with his surroundings and where he from, and he spent a lot of time in Oakland, so I feel like we'll be able to make the easiest tracks.
Good connection.
Easy.
Yeah, no, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, dope. And yeah, Pac, I mean, his situation was bad, but the thing, I think he wasn't being himself. I think he was trying to fit in.
But you know,
he was very smart,
a
poetic,
lot of people say that, but I watched a lot of interviews from old people from that was around him, like Napoleon and the Outlaws, and they say that that's just who Pac was.
That's how he was.
Yes, it's easy to get influenced by when you hanging with gang members and you hanging with a blood set, but
and plus he was young too. You got to keep that in mind too.
You famous, you full of liquor, so it's easy to get influenced. But people always talk about Pac and say, "Man, he was a hothead." Yeah. I've heard it from multiple people. Mike Tyson. I heard it from so many people.
This industry will make you that too.
That was close to him. Like, nah, he was always one ready to scrap and ready to fight. So it just got heightened because he was famous and got money. And yeah, I'm sure if he was still alive, it was things he would say he shouldn't have did. But at a young age, I hate when people criticize him because what were you doing at 24, 25? Mm-hmm. What were you? It's like when we look at our 25 self, I look at my 25-year self and felt like I knew everything. Now that I look back, I know I didn't know nothing.
Yeah, we was going backwards.
I hate when people criticize Pac because it's easy to say what you would have done or what somebody should have done when you never been in that position. It's hard to have the world at your fingertips and say you need to make every mistake. I mean, you need to make everything right without making a mistake. Only people we know live in that we seen do it is Stephen Curry and LeBron James, and they made mistakes. We just don't know about them.
Yeah.
So now
and Kobe and all of them, you know what I'm saying?
They made mistakes, but they like the golden child, Steph Curry, LeBron James, where somebody can pick them out and say, okay, follow his path. He has no blemishes that we know the public. So it's easy to say, okay, a 25-year-old rapper, he's supposed to do this. He wasn't supposed to follow these people, but we don't know them people connection with Pac. We don't know how he really felt about them, if they really was his people. And, from my understanding, if somebody do something to somebody I love and I see him, then who's to say what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Who's to say, oh, I should just let it go because I'm Tupac? No, that's still my cousin. That's still my brother. That's still my best friend. So if I'm with somebody and y'all just try to do something to him and I defend him and defend myself, am I going to be painted in a bad light just because I have a star celebrity? I'm still me at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel you now, but Tupac for sure. My all-time favorite too, man. Any big future plans that you want to announce? I don't know if you got merch out there. Yeah. Any EPs or
most
singles?
Definitely. So I do got an EP dropping. This is the first announcement of it, so I'm happy I could do it here.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
do got an EP dropping February 14th called Love Me Now.
All right, y'all go ahead. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Love Me Now, February 14th.
Love Me Now, February 14th. Okay. I dropped my last project. Not my last project, but I dropped a project in 2023 called February 14th because it's a symbolic date for me. So I dropped that project.
What, February 14th?
February 14th.
Yeah. Why is that?
So, I mean, now pretty simple. So I had 3 godbrothers. Okay. 2 is twins. Their birthday was on February 14th.
My sister's birthday, February 14th. I got 4 family members February 14th.
Exactly. So 3 family members' birthdays February 14th. 2 of them is twins. 1 of them died when we was young. We was, 17, 18 years old. And that was my best friend. 2 girls that I met on February 14th, and 2 girls I was supposed to that I thought I was gonna end up marrying, or that I thought I was gonna be with for a long time. I met them on February 14th. So, you know, my last relationship, I met her on February 14th. I was with her for a few years. So, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking that's somebody I'm gonna marry. Yeah. So that date means so much to me. So I was just like, I'm gonna keep going. February 14th, I'm always gonna have a project. The first one was talking about relationships and love. This one won't be talking about that so much. It'll be talking about really the aftermath of my father passing. But it is called Love Me Now, and it will be available February 14th.
All right, y'all make sure y'all tune in. Check out his IG, be so you could be updated for the release and everything, and also any shows upcoming or something.
Yeah, so I just dropped my first single off the project Love Me Now called Not So Bad. Okay. I just dropped it last week. It's on all platforms. It's called Not So Bad. That's D Bellz, Not So Bad. Please go stream that. Go to YouTube, go to Apple, Spotify, Tidal. It's out right now, Not So Bad. Right now, and I'm just focused on content. I need the content before the project and after the project. You know, a lot of times in life, things happen that end up slowing me down with the music because, you know, real life still be happening. And it's hard to put your real life on pause and focus on the music. Most people usually put the music on pause and focus on the real life, especially when life be life. And
on anything they doing in life.
We're going through a real time, and, you know, these last 2 years been extremely rough for me. So sometimes the music take the back seat, but now I know no matter what's going on with me, the music is coming out. So I have big plans on dropping the most music I dropped this year than I ever dropped. So I'm talking about full bodies of work, not just single. I'm coming with the work because I got the songs ready. I got the music done. I'm not stopping, and I'm doing it for my pops because I know this is what he wanted. So to honor him, I'm going to keep pushing. So right now, my biggest thing is content. And whoever want to be a part of it will come find me. I don't have to go search for people. You know, you put enough work in, the people that really believe in you, want to be a part of your success will find you. So that's all I'm trying to focus on right now, and it's rolling out the content so I can get myself in front of the most people possible because I know I'm dope. I just need a bigger light and more opportunities, which will come. The more work and the harder I grind, more opportunities will come. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. And whatever will come to me, I'm open to it, whether that's shows, whether that's performances, live performances, whoever want to work with me. Once they see the work I'm putting in, I know it'll pull them and make them gravitate towards me.
That's dope, bro. Like they say, what don't kill you only make you stronger, man. So we got to come stronger.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And last thing we do on Level Up, man, before we get out of here, give a motivational message to them folks that have a dream, man. You know, saying somebody who going through that ACL, you know, who tore their ACL, whatever situation they going through in life, and they feel stuck. They feel like ain't nobody paying attention. They feel like everything they doing wasting their time. You know, a message of motivation towards them, but look at your camera, man, and let your peoples know.
So my message would be to just keep going. You know, a lot of people get discouraged, but don't get discouraged. You know, life is hard, but keep going. You got to remind yourself that you are as great as you say you are. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. People only tell you they can't do it. You can't do something because they can't do it. They feel uncomfortable with the dreams that you're letting on. They feel uncomfortable with the goals you're telling them you're going to achieve. So sometimes you're going to have to be your biggest fan, but don't stop. Keep going. Be your biggest motivator. And like I said, when it's meant for those people to be a part of your plan, they'll come to you. You don't have to go look for appreciation. You don't have to go look for people to give you instant gratification. You don't have to go look for people to tell you how great you are. Believe you great and show people why you great. And sooner or later, they'll see why you said you was great. And even if they come and tell you you're great, just remember that you're great. Put the work in and your greatness will show.
Y'all heard that. Wise words from the homie D Bellz. Hey, appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah.
It's an honor, man. Very smart individual, man. You know, you're going to do big things, man.
I appreciate it.
Just got to stay consistent. Don't quit, man. It get hard. I know it get hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even for me.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we want to throw the towel, but shit, we done gone too far already.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, give it up to you, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. Y'all like the content, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Make sure y'all check out the homie on his IG, YouTube, all his platforms, man. Let's give it up one more time for D Bellz. Hey, get what we gonna keep on doing, baby. Leveling up. Let's get it.